What the MacVoices panel did and didn't buy on Amazon Prime Day. This is MacVoices. Today's MacVoices is supported by MacVoices After Dark. Uncensored, off-topic, and always off the wall. MacVoices After Dark is available as a benefit to our Patreon subscribers. Sign up at patreon.com/MacVoices. Welcome to MacVoices. This is the talk of the Apple community, and I'm Chuck Joyner. Folks, this is MacVoices Live. This is Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, and that's why we're here doing MacVoices Live. You should be with us in the YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/MacVoicesTV. You could be hanging out with all the great people there in the chat room, throwing comments, questions, abuse at us, or you could just enjoy the fact that the panel abuses me, whatever makes you happy. One quick announcement before we get started tonight. Wanted to let you all know that we will be off for the next 2 Tuesdays. If all the plans that I have go right, I'm going to take a little time off. It's possible things will blow up. You never know. But it looks like if everything happens the way it should, we will be missing 2 Tuesdays. So we'll be back then after, let's see, what is that? That's after 1 week after the July 4th weekend or holiday. 9th. Yeah, right. So just so you know, we're not going away. MacVoices Live is not going away. It's just taking a little bit of time off. And I'll try to remind everyone again at the end of the show. So with that, let's run around the room. We have kind of an open mic night tonight. We've kind of agreed to not discuss DC anymore because I think we're, as David said in our Slack, we're dubbed out. I think that was well put. So let's go around the room, find out who's here, and then we'll take it from there. Taking my screen, as I always do, Mr. Jay Miller is up first. Jay, welcome. Good to have you.
I'm glad to be here. Glad to see Frank's here for his interview.
Yep. Okay, here we go.
I have experience in Excel.
Mr. David Ginsburg is here. David, welcome. Good to have you back as always.
Good to be here. Glad to be here. And I want to see that. I got to see that interview now about Frank.
Okay. Yeah. Jeff Gammett is here. Jeff, can you hear us? Because you were having a little audio trouble.
It turns out my audio came back just in time. So hey, there you go.
Sorry.
I'm so blue.
That's perfect.
See, Jeff, I worked mine out before the show. You got to do it before the show.
Yeah, well, I like giving people this exciting experience. I mean, will he have audio? Won't he?
It's a cliffhanger.
Totally.
Tune in next week.
Yeah.
There is no next week, so I guess he'll never have it.
Oh.
Well, I'm glad that you got it back. Now, don't touch anything.
Yeah, no kidding.
That's always the kiss of death. I'll make this one little adjustment, and then you're done.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Petrie is here. I'm not sure if he's giving or getting abuse, but it seems to be flowing in that direction.
I'm physically here.
You're physically here. Okay.
Yes. Mentally, I'm just in abuse land,
Yeah, well, then you're in the right place, Frank.
Yeah, that's right.
That's the worst theme park ever, Abuse Land.
Oh my God. You and the roller coaster?
It's Newark, New Jersey.
Oh, no.
Oh,
we're sorry, Newark. No.
You've never been to Secaucus.
Moving on. We're not going to start slandering cities. Jim Ray is back. Jim, welcome. It's good to have you.
As you can see from my background, I've moved on from WWDC.
Yeah,
and
you're
I'm ready
Paramus.
to talk about WWDC 2022.
What are you trying to get in early on the ground floor? Is that it?
Just right on time.
Okay.
Just slide right in
perfect.
there.
Last but absolutely not least, Mr. Warren Sklar is here after doing some repairs on his audio. He's here and we can actually hear him.
Well, to be honest, you were my first test of the new setup, so it didn't go so well. But
only the best.
But I could spend 3 hours on what I'm trying to do here. So, maybe the after show kind of. Anyways, it's good to be here.
Yeah, we haven't had you here for a while, and thank you so much for using this show to experiment with. Oh man.
Oh, this is
So
gonna be a
as
good one.
As we record this, we have a pardon me. We have a few hours left in Amazon Prime Day. And I thought it might be fun to kick off by just seeing who took advantage of what, if anything, as far as the deals, whether they felt they were real deals out there or maybe deals they didn't see coming. And one panelist brought up, well, I don't mind saying it was Jim. He brought up a good point that a lot of you won't hear this until well after the fact. But it's not about necessarily the price. It's why did you decide to pick up whatever it is that you picked up? So I'm not necessarily going to go around the room. I'm just going to throw it out to everybody. Who bought something for Prime Day? And if you did, what?
I did.
Okay.
I bought the updated version of the ZUGU case for my iPad because I had the old one and it was the old 2018. Now I've got my 2021, excuse me, 2021.
Did they
Was that a
improve
Prime?
it?
It was,
Yeah, was that
I'm sorry. It was a Prime deal. I got it for $47. It was $59.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh boy, I was afraid of this because they may help me spend money because I've still got hours left.
There it is. You know, the pencil goes in here, and then when it's ready to be charged, it goes up on top here.
And the music comes out here.
Okay.
I got a couple of charging cables, a screen protector for the phone, but I also got these AirTag holders that you could put on a dog's collar, and it doesn't go on the collar; it goes around it. So there's a little story to that. So real fast, I had an AirTag. I put one on one dog, one on the other dog, and one dog is a puppy, one's old. The puppy somehow was able to chew the AirTag. So the AirTag was completely chewed up. So it was fine, but that AirTag had problems before all that. It wouldn't catch up to it. It wouldn't see it as often as it saw the other ones, even though they were in the same place. Long story short is I went to Apple today to see if they could replace it because it still worked, but it wouldn't pair back to my phone after I unpaired it. And they had me come home and call them, and I called them, and they're going to ship me a new one and also the other one back and see if they take it with the bite marks. But back to Prime Day, so I bought these things that go on the collar so it doesn't hang down like a chain, which was kind of like
good move.
It was the Apple tag. So it was the Apple tag that was on the collar, basically the keychain, and it was just low enough where she could get to it. So now it's around her neck like Loki and the people that they put that band around in the Avengers movie, so they can't do anything.
So Apple is replacing the AirTag that got chewed?
They don't know yet that it's been chewed because I didn't tell them.
Well, they do now.
No, they won't. Well, actually, the guy at Apple I talked to saw it and looked at it, and he's like, he didn't say anything because I don't think it. I should show you, but it didn't go through it and didn't crush it or anything like that. It's just bite marks on it. So in theory,
you chewed it?
He didn't ask, but
You smell your breath?
No, he will. Yeah, we both had our masks on. So, anyways, so anyways, we'll see. I'm going to ship it back. They haven't, the customer service hasn't got it yet. They're going to ship me back. So I bought it originally as a pack of 4, and I called Apple, and they have to take your credit card as a holder. So I'm like, how much are you going to charge for the holder? Since the pack of 4 is $100 and each one's $30. Evidently, it's $30 that they put the hold on. They'll send you a new one out. I'll ship back the other one. If they think that it's physically okay, I guess I'll get the $30 back. If not, then I guess I don't. So,
for the shot.
And so somewhere on some Apple tech support chat, there's going to be somebody that's saying, "Boy, you won't believe the guy I talked to today."
He ate the tag.
He ate his tag.
No,
swallowed.
We'll see how it goes. But it's actually a weird experience with the AirTag because they made it first. I made a Genius Bar appointment for the AirTag because somebody told me to. Then I just felt funny doing that, going to there's a Genius Bar is going to look at it and say, yeah, it's broken, right? And so I canceled that. I just walked into the store and they basically told me to call, which ended up working. But yeah, it was the first time I did try chat and I got disconnected 3 times. So I'm like, I'm done. Buy before it goes away. $50 Amazon gift card, you get $10 back right away, like after 2 days. And I think it's still going if you're a Prime member.
Yeah. So you're spending more money on me.
Yeah,
Oh boy.
look for that one.
Yeah.
Don't you have to be a Prime member to do a Prime
You
Day
have to be a Prime.
purchase?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Do you get to? Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you?
Prime Day
Yeah.
deals are
It's
available
pri-
only
for
to
only
Prime,
Prime members.
subscribers.
Right.
And I have
But
I have a basic math question. Why does Prime Day last 2 days?
Because it can.
It could be
They
anywhere in the
rounded
world.
down.
Dan, have you noticed that like
Because 2 is a
Target and all
Prime.
the other
Everyone
companies
knows that.
jumped on? Oh,
Well,
I don't.
There's
Well,
a
obviously, I don't.
trend
I'm a
now
terrible
that
interview.
there's a lot of
Cyber
trends
Monday,
now where
it's now
people
Cyber
do
Week.
that. They'll say, happening this day anywhere in the world. So, where it might be today, in the US, it could be, it's already tomorrow in Australia and vice versa. So if they say anywhere in the world on this day, then that means it's technically across 2 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Warren, you said you got some power cables. Just generics, or did you buy a brand?
It's generic. It's it's basically 3 10-feet nylon USB to Lightning. 10. I just want a couple long ones because I do buy the cheaper ones, the no names here and there, because they're all going to break anyway. So they're cheap enough. Like these you get 3 for, I think I paid $7 for 3 of them, and which is not bad. But we abuse them because the long cables are for like in the bed, like to get to the couch, so other people could charge their phone. So they're always pulling on them anyway. So I figured, why not? But they had a whole bunch. If you sort through like iPhone cases, like if you sort by our interest, I guess is what we all tried to do. But it was a lot of cables, a lot of iPhone cases. And did you see there was like a whole ton of like the portable battery packs that that had a generator on it that you could start a car with? It was like all over the place. I don't think I want one of those. But yeah, there was a lot of cables to shoot from. The screen protector, I went big with a who's a big company?
Really?
And the expensive one at Apple stores.
What, ZAGG?
Yeah, I think ZAGG. So that was normally like $50. They're stupidly expensive. It was $20. So I figured, why not? So it's out there somewhere.
Okay. So in other words, you went crazy on Prime Day. That's good.
It was like $30, 40. Oh, I also got nail trimmer for the bad dog because she hates getting her nails cut. So they had a super grinder on sale, so I got that one.
Should probably get her a mouth guard too. That way she can't chew up AirTags.
Good call.
Yeah.
Any particular team on there?
So who else? David, you said you got the ZUGU case. Warren got a whole bunch of stuff.
I'm looking at the ZUGU case, so it's also it does say it's the 2020 model because they are selling the 2021 model, but it's exactly the same. I don't understand why. It must be because they're clearancing it out, maybe because it was originally designed for the 2020 iPad Pro, but it fits perfectly. So I'm happy to save $12.
Okay. Anybody else?
I ended up doing 2 purchases.
Okay.
The first one, Anker has a ton of, or I guess Amazon. Amazon has a ton of Anker products, 50% off through the whole Amazon Days thing. So I picked up an extra Qi charger for $7, and then my big score was this. a Blink outdoor camera for $49. So it's $100 camera, and it was a Prime Day deal for $59. But, and this is something you have to watch for when you're doing Amazon purchases, look and see if they have the little line in there that says save X number of dollars if you order through the A Lady. And it'll say, just say this, and it'll tell you the exact words to say. And it was there on that one. So it was an extra $10 off. So I got this for $49 by saying, hey, A Lady, and then whatever the exact wording for the product was.
Yeah, I noticed that they did a couple of those. That if you did it that way, you got the special pricing, and that's a really interesting way to introduce people to the idea of ordering things that way.
Well, and they do that all year long. So every now and then you just see that, or just say, "Hey, A Lady, what are today's deals?" And it'll just sit there and rattle off several products for you.
Yeah, I did that.
Like available only through the A Lady.
You could also order items that way too. So once in a while, my friends will come over and order things on my Alexa for me.
See, I didn't realize
that's the excuse that I use too, Warren. Seriously, my friends ordered it. I don't know how I got this.
No, the things they ordered me, you don't want to take ownership or claim to that.
Yeah, I was not aware though that there was special pricing that way until Prime Day. So that's news to me. But what are you going to do?
Didn't they discount the actual Prime Day Prime subscription one year? Like it was like for people who weren't a member already. On Prime Day, you could get it for like $79 first.
I think they did that this year.
Yeah, I think the price was about to go up, and so like you got $10 off if you did it on Prime Day or something. It was a few years ago. My memory of that is very hazy. But
see, if they were smart, they would do that again on the Prime Day to get people to join to get the prices on Prime Day. But,
hey, wait a minute, where'd Kelly Gamont come from?
You let me in, Chuck. This is all on you. I mean,
I'm still thinking it's that closet behind her.
Okay, good. Welcome, Kelly. Good to have you.
Hi. Nice to be here.
Good to have you. Yeah.
I wish we were doing this while it was not still actually Prime Day, because I think I'm going to end up buying some stuff. So
yeah, well, Frank, you had your hand raised. What did you pick up?
I just picked up some green screen material. I want to try to build something I can sort of like roll in the studio apartment, off to one side. And then when we do the show, I don't have to clean up this tiff and just slide it out. So I found some fabric it was 10 foot by 6 foot. And I think I saved like 30% on or 40%. I got for like $15.
Jay, please tilt your camera up and show Frank the answer to his situation.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, you can do you still kind of can't see it, but the coming from the ceiling.
Yeah, but I can't move like that. My body doesn't do those things anymore.
I mean, we can make the cord longer.
You put a longer string and then
I didn't even think of that.
There you go.
No, then I'll get my neck cord on it. What I need is an electronic one that I can hook up the home kit and go, hey, lady, green screen.
You can see the exact same gear in my head and in Jay's head turning right now. How do we make this a thing I can tell my phone to do?
Yeah.
I was just thinking,
we can patent it. We can copyright it.
They have those devices that you can put on your curtains to like basically make it automatic. I was like, what if I just turn that sideways like this and connect it to that? And I wonder if there's enough horsepower to do that.
I've seen automatic screens where you have to you
push
the thing and it rolls down.
IKEA
so it's
and
just
Lutron has those.
Yeah, just have a green one of those and then
Jay, I've got the curtain thing here in my office, and I have heavy blackout curtains here, and I can't believe that your green screen is going to be heavier than the blackout curtains. So
Or she's
Um,
under attack.
I don't know.
I would think that would work.
Speaking of Prime Day, this is the kind of thing that I enjoyed looking at just for data's sake. What products are not taking a part of Prime Day and what is their pricing behavior? Case in point, Lego Star Wars Ultimate Millennium Falcon 75 or 75192 Expert Building Kit. For some reason, the price just happens to be about $300 extra today on Amazon. And it went up yesterday.
Ouch.
Yep.
Yeah, you do have to watch prices because there are some products that previous years are available for a special Prime Day deal. But when you look at the historic price, it's actually the same. And they had bumped the price up a few days or a few weeks ahead of Prime to make the deal the actual price, which is a crappy move.
I was looking at case number 2, the Insignia 65-inch smart 4K TV. And that one seems to have kind of that similar pattern to where it normally hangs out around $450. And then they jack the price up only to bring it back down to around that range.
Yeah.
But again, these aren't Prime Day deals. These are just deals that for some reason Amazon thought I would be interested in on Prime Day.
Something I recommended on another show. The website Camel has a website plugin called Camelizer.
And it's magical.
Yes, and it'll let you see the pricing history of any item on Amazon. And forget Prime Day. It's worth it just under normal circumstances because it is kind of surprising just how much prices, especially on electronics, can vary. Yes, Black Friday and Prime Day are good chances that maybe it'll hit a low, but not necessarily. And there are plenty of times because I found some really interesting deals at times just on September 4th or whatever, when there's nothing going on that, oh, hey, this particular item, hit a low point or hit a price that I'm willing to pay. So that is well worth your time to install that and check it out.
And while you're talking about that stuff, the deal apps, I don't know if you guys use any of them, like the Slickdeals, and there's another one called just Slickdeals, 9 to 5 Toys, and DealNews are good places to go.
I use DealNews all the time.
Yes. So what they do is if you put in your interest there, and this is even before Prime Day and all that, you just put in your interest like computers or fashion. And then, people come on the sites and they tell you what's on sale. But on Amazon Day, they're really busy and they're really on Prime Day, they're really working on it. And what's good is it lists, things based on how many people voted on it for liking it or not liking it. So you do get a pretty good idea of things to buy from those kind of sites.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and DealNews has been around a really long time because they used to track all kinds of stuff. Because DealRAM was the one I used to live on when you could still put RAM in your own Mac, and so I bought RAM there all the time. And DealCam, if you wanted deals on AV equipment, like if you wanted a new camera or a new lens, it was a really good resource for that too. It's been around a really long time.
Well, for a while it was DealMac.
Well, they had that was another one that they're all the same sort of like network.
Just focused.
And DealMac was the same deal, like stuff for Apple Gear. They just have different flavors of it. Yeah. Those are always the best resource for stuff on Prime Day because of the amount of stuff that goes on sale and being able to tell. And I also like the context of it. Like you were talking about Camel showing you prices over time. Usually these places will show you that too. So it'll say like, it's 15% off, which is the best price you're ever going to get because they're never on sale, or whatever. Or it'll say it's 40% off, but we regularly see it for half off. So this is an okay deal. It's not a great deal, and so you can kind of like make a little bit better decision with some context around it. Yeah.
Slickdeals does the same thing. It says this is $20 less than the best price we saw.
Yeah.
Things
Most
like
of
that.
them
But, and also good with Slickdeals is you do get the comment section, which is probably a better indicator of reviews than Amazon, because people are pretty harsh with each other, and people call each other out when they give out bad information for the most part. So Amazon doesn't do that. So,
but it's also just a good filter to actually see what's a good deal and not just, well, it's $10 off, I guess I'll pick it up or whatever. Like if you want to actually,
and some of the comments, and if the product's funny, the comments are great too. But
one thing too about Amazon, and you have to watch it because there are a few products that you can't do this with, but you can pretty much return anything on Amazon. I think you have 30 days, and really just if it just doesn't work out, you can return it, and they don't give you too much hassle. Now, obviously, you don't
questions.
Yeah, you don't want to abuse that, but because I've frankly not having anything to do with Prime Day, but I tried a couple different iPad cases for my new iPad, and they looked great on screen, and I got them here, and it's like it's just not going to work, and so send them back, and here we I think a lot around the country, around the U.S., Kohl's department store. You can just walk in and basically show them the code. You don't package it. You don't do anything. Show them the code. They hand you a receipt and you walk away.
There's there was one problem that you should know is if it's not sold by Amazon, there's a chance that there'll be an issue.
Yeah.
Case in point is I got an independent seller send me I think it was a part for a computer I was putting back together. It was the wrong part. So I went to Kohl's. I'm like, I want to return it. They're like, no, you can return it. Just contact the seller. You got to mail it back. Well, it was like a little, thing, but it was from China. And it was like, $4 or $5. I'm like, it's going to cost $30 to mail this thing back to them. So just be careful because it's not always going to be that kind of.
I would still do that though, because I know in most of those cases, they will just send you another one and say, don't worry about mailing it back because it costs more to deal with shipping and, taxes than it is for them to just send you another one.
Yeah. I didn't go that far, but yeah. But
the real question now on everyone's mind is, Chuck, what case did you get that you like for your iPad?
By
everyone, I mean Kelly, because I'm in the market as well. And I have one of those temporary cases on my own. And I want to know if there's a real one I should be eyeing.
Well, you're not going to like my answer. I can tell you that.
Is your iPad a nudist, Chuck?
No, my iPad is not a nudist.
Okay.
But I was very surprised, and I didn't expect to like it as much as I did. But I got the Apple Magic Keyboard.
Okay.
And I've been really surprised at how much I like it. I mean, the keyboard feels good. The trackpad is more than adequate and nice. And it unfolds so nicely. And I have not had anything with a trackpad up to this point, and really didn't feel like I needed it. And I still don't know that I need it, but it's a nice compact little unit. That said, there are times that I'm not sure I want to take that much weight. And if that's the case, I've had ZUGU cases before. And so that's why I will be looking at David's deal before the midnight hour to see if I want to put that in.
Can I suggest this? It's Apple sells it, but it's the Logitech keyboard, the Logitech.
Oh, okay.
The new iPads. It's got the keyboard. It's got the trackpad. It's half the price of the other of the Magic one. I had the Magic keyboard. I sold it with the iPad because it's too heavy. This is more like a Surface. It's a thinner keyboard. Still not terribly light, but the keyboard is also detachable.
What if you don't really have an interest in a keyboard? I realize that's probably heresy, but what if I don't?
Like I said, the ZUGU, and Chuck's looking at it too. This thing is pretty awesome. Just a case.
The ZUGUs are nice. Warren, I want to ask you about that case though, because I looked at that. Two things kept me from it. The first one was, I believe it's Bluetooth connectivity as opposed to being no.
It's no. It's got the Magic connector.
Okay, it's got the connector.
Oh,
all right.
Okay.
Everything that I looked at though, it looked like Okay. The way the kickstand and back opened, it looked like it was going to take a lot of depth, if you will, like say on an airplane tray.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
It's very adjustable. You could do straight up, like so. It's pretty straight. Or you can lay it back like that. That will take a
Okay.
little more room on the airplane,
Right.
on a tray. But if you
If
go
it's
that
like a
straight
lower
up,
view, but
yeah,
okay.
it's not
Okay.
too bad.
Okay.
So the angles are fine. I'm actually really happy with it.
Yeah. Okay.
And yeah, my biggest problem is that well more than 50% of the time, maybe well more than 75% of the time, I don't necessarily need a keyboard attached for the things that I'm doing, and what typing I am doing is on the screen and it's fine. And if I have actual typing to do, I have a little, it's not this one, but I have a little wireless keyboard that I will take with me when I need it. And it's just the old Apple Magic keyboard. That's a plain old Bluetooth keyboard. And if they start making round iPads, it'll still be compatible. Like that's the thing that I
almost
that I find
was kind of
useful.
Kelly. You could you're going to use the new feature in iOS 15, and you could. I almost returned the keyboard because it is or sold it because you could technically use your Mac keyboard and mouse. Just drag it over to the iPad
Yeah.
and control it that way.
Yeah.
So,
I usually only have one at a time. Like if I'm at a conference or something and I'm going to be taking in person and I'm going to be taking a ton of notes or whatever, then I will just take that keyboard with me. And then the rest of the time I don't need it. And so, yeah, it's worth the little extra weight for that one keyboard. And I don't ever have to worry about what shape the new one is or what, if I want to go from the 11-inch to the 13-inch, it doesn't matter. I can carry around the same keyboard and it'll be fine.
Our conversation with the MacVoices panel about what they did and didn't buy on Amazon Prime Day continues in the next edition of MacVoices when we hear about a horror story and consider the implications of never being able to do business with Amazon again. That's next time on MacVoices, and I hope you'll join us. Until then, and as always, thanks for watching. Visit MacVoices.com for show notes and to connect with Chuck on social media. Get involved in our Facebook group or like our Facebook page, and get more out of your Apple tech with MacVoices Magazine, free on Flipboard and on the web. And if you find value in it all, consider supporting us through either our Patreon campaign at patreon.com/MacVoices or by making a one-time donation via the PayPal link on our front page and in the show notes of each episode. You will join these fine people who help bring you MacVoices. Advertising handled by Backbeat Media at backbeatmedia.com. Bandwidth provided by CashFly at cashfly.com.